On June 1st, GitHub Copilot quietly flipped a switch. No more flat monthly price. From now on, you pay per token. And overnight, the screenshots started. One developer watched a single prompt eat 54% of his entire plan. One prompt. Another did the math and projected his bill jumping from $29 to $750 a month. People are calling it the Tokenpocalypse. But here's the part nobody is showing you. I went down this whole rabbit hole and I got my own Copilot bill down to basically zero. Same tool, same work. And in the next few minutes, I'm going to show you exactly how. Now, this is not a rage video. I actually read the thing everyone's mad about. The 950 downvote thread. The real GitHub docs. I sat down and did the token math myself. Because most of the angry takes online are missing what actually changed. And more importantly, how to beat it. So stick with me. First, I'll show you the trap. The one setting that's quietly draining your wallet. Then I'll hand you 5 levers to slash your bill without even leaving Copilot. And finally, the escape hatches if you decide you want out entirely. By the end, getting priced out is a choice, and you won't be making it. So here's what actually happened. Back on April 27th, GitHub announced it. On June 1st, it went live. The old world was simple. You paid a flat fee, $10, maybe $40, and you just used it. That era is over. The new system is called AI credits. 1 credit equals 1 cent. Every plan now gives you a bucket of dollars. Pro gets about $15 of credits. Pro Plus around 70. Burn through that bucket and you start paying live per token at full API rates. One piece of good news. Plain code completions, the gray autocomplete text, those are still free. It's everything else where the meter is now running. And here is the trap that's blowing up people's bills. Not every model costs the same. Each one carries a multiplier. Use GPT 4.1 and the multiplier is 0. 0. It's completely free on a paid plan. But switch to Claude Opus and that same prompt now costs 27 times as much. Switch to GPT 5.5 and it's 57 times. Read that again. One single message on the big model can cost 57 charges instead of 1. Most people never touch this setting. They just left it on the most expensive model and let it rip. That's the leak. That's why the bills exploded. And it is the easiest thing in the world to fix. Let me show you the real receipts because some of these are brutal. One developer made a single request and it burned 822 credits. That's 54% of his whole monthly plan. Gone on one ask. Another ran a Claude session called the results mediocre and it still ate 16% of his allowance. One guy posted a prompt that cost $4.51, work that the month before would have cost a fraction of a penny. Now, in fairness, those viral $750 and $3,000 bills, those are projections people calculated, not actual invoices. But the mechanism underneath them is completely real, and it's hitting wallets today. Developers did not take this quietly. The official announcement thread got buried. 958 downvotes against 24 yups. On Hacker News, it hit the front page. Hundreds of comments. People literally calling it enshittification. The Register ran the headline. Angry devs vow to flee. TechCrunch summed up the mood in 2 words. What a joke. GitHub's product chief defended it, saying that a quick chat question and a multi-hour autonomous coding session just can't cost the same anymore, and that the old model was no longer sustainable. And here's the thing, he's not entirely wrong. But there's been no rollback. The meter is here to stay. So let's be honest about who this actually hurts, because it's not everyone. If you mostly use autocomplete and ask a few questions a day, you'll barely notice. You might never spend your credits. The people getting destroyed are the heavy agentic users, the ones who fire off long autonomous tasks on the most expensive model all day long. If that's you, you are the 10 to 50 times bill. So the real question isn't is Copilot greedy? It's which user are you? Because once you know that, you can flip a few settings and pay almost nothing. Let me hand you the exact levers now. 5 levers, and you don't even have to leave Copilot. Lever 1, the big one. Go into your model picker and pin GPT 4.1 for everyday work. Zero multiplier, unlimited, free. Save the expensive models for the one hard problem a day. Lever 2, turn on auto model selection. It picks for you and shaves 10% off the top. Lever 3, one big well scoped prompt beats 10 little ones because the work the agent does inside a single request is free. It's each new prompt that recharges you. Lever 4, drop a Copilot dash instructions file in your repo so you stop wasting prompts re explaining yourself. And lever 5, the hidden one. Set your spending budget to 0 and then actually flip the stop usage when budget is reached toggle. It is off by default, off, meaning right now it just warns you while the charges keep stacking. Turn it on. Now, what if you want out completely? You've got great options. First, Cline. It's a free open source extension. You bring your own API key and you pay the raw model price with zero markup. Then there's Claude Code, $20 a month on the Pro plan, flat. Cursor, also around 20. If you want to go truly free, use Z with a local model running on your own machine. And if you just want dirt cheap, route your work to something like DeepSeek, which can be 20 to 50 times cheaper than the frontier models. Each one trades something, polish, or setup time, or raw power. But not one of them is going to surprise you with a 57 times bill. So let's actually talk real numbers for a heavy developer doing agentic work all month. If you bring your own key and run the exact same top model, it's roughly a wash with Copilot. You're just cutting out a thin markup. But here's where it gets fun. Pin the free GPT 4.1 and run a local model like Quen on a decent graphics card, and your bill is genuinely $0. Route to DeepSeek instead, and you're looking at maybe $6 to $15 a month. And if you're a true power user burning through everything, a flat plan like Claude Code's top tier at $200 a month can absorb usage that would cost you way more on a meter. That's the secret. The zero isn't a trick. It's just matching the tool to the job. So here's your playbook, pick your lane. If you're a casual user, just stay on Copilot and pin GPT 4.1. Done. If you're a heavy agentic user, move to Cline with your own key or a flat plan like Claude Code. And if you care about privacy or you're just broke, run a model locally for free. But underneath all of it is one rule, and I want you to tattoo this on your brain. Match the model to the task. The frontier model is a scalpel, not a default. The people who win this metered era aren't the ones on the biggest plan. They're the ones who stopped using a 57 times model to rename a variable. I put all of it, every multiplier, all 5 levers, and the full cost comparison into one free cheat sheet. The Copilot Bill Slasher. If you want it, just comment the word slash and I'll send it straight to you. I post bite-size AI drops every day over on Instagram and the full deep dives like this one right here on YouTube. So if you want the real story behind the headlines, not the panic, subscribe and I'll keep doing the costly digging so you don't have to. Copilot put you on a meter. Now you know how to read it. Go cut that bill.